podcast. It's a privilege to be connected with you at this moment. This is once again Okonjo Christopher Television, broadcasting from YouTube from the heart of the FCT in Abuja, Nigeria. You are into Okonjo Christopher Television, and I want to let you know you are the reason for the live stream, and I'm excited to be getting to you from this frequency. One thing I want to beg you for is that please, if you are tuning into this network, once again, you are welcome. Thank you for staying tuned. We're back to the network at this moment. So I thank you for connecting with me. Once again, I want to I make this clear to you. You are the reason for the live stream. So do stay tuned, stay connected. I promise you value for the time we're going to be spending here. They say time is money, but I assure you that you have reason to stay on. So again, one thing you're just going to do for me, don't just touch this dial. Make sure you like the live stream. Make sure you subscribe, comment, press the notification button so that each time I drop a video, you will go watch it. I drop captivating videos that will, broaden your mind for you to hold on, and don't give up. I've gone through so much in life. I've gone through so much in life, and I've seen what life is, and I tell myself it's better to hold on. I'm telling you, God say His soul will not have pleasure of whoever gives up, which means in life, we go through so many things in life, and at times we want to give up. You see, if you give up in any situation of life, then your strength is small. And God say, my soul will not have pleasure in whoever gives up. So God wants us to hold on till the end. In any situation you find yourself in life, God wants you to keep holding on till the end. Keep holding on. One thing I've come to discover is that when you are about to quit because of the heat of that situation, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Whatever part of the world you are connecting from, please, can I know what part of the world you are connecting from? Please, can you like this live stream? Can you subscribe to my channel? Can you press the notification button? Can you let me know what part of the world you are connecting from? You are the reason for this live stream. I'm talking about you not giving up in any situation in life. Don't give up. God does not want us to give up. So if you give up, your strength is small. When you give up, God is disappointed because in every situation, God said you will come out better than you are. So every situation of life is meant to shape us to be better. Is preparing us for where God is taking us to. Everybody is on a journey of life. Everyone you see, every single man you see on the surface of the earth is on a journey of life. My journey, where I'm going in life, is not where you're going. So our life cannot be comparable. I hear this man KCF, the CEO of KCF. I've forgotten his name again. When he was telling his story, he said, well, all his life was broke. And at the age of 65, he discovered himself. He began to make millions, become a millionaire, he became an enterprise at 65. So no matter what age you get to, I want to encourage you, don't give up. Age is just a number. God does not work with our age. God works with our mind. What God wants to do in your life is not what God wants to do in my life. So that's why you don't judge people, by what you see happen around in their lives. In most cases, they say don't judge the book by the cover. Discover the contents that book has. Then you know that this book is loaded. Our life is a book. It's a page of book that people will read and get inspiration and get inspired to go on with life. So once again, if you are coming in to my live stream, you are welcome. Thank you. Can you let me know what part of the world you are connecting from? I'm excited to know you. It's all about community spirit. And I'm happy to be together with you at this moment. Today, I'm going to be talking on a very crucial topic. You know me very well. My name is, once again, is Okonjo Christopher Television. And I'm a human rights activist for the child in the area of his education and health, which means I have an NGO called Save the Education and Health of the Child Foundation. Due to the happenings in my country. We've not had an opportunity. Basically what that NGO talks about is the right of the child in all its ramifications. But now the human right is no longer a thing, a commodity to be sold. To be talked about in where I find myself in my country. The right of the child has been thrown to the dustbin. Because why? There's so much happening in my country, Nigeria, right now. There's no place for human rights. So much has happened and so much is happening. And that's one of the things we're going to be looking at in today's discussion. And human rights, like I said, in the era of the education and health of the child in all its ramifications. I'm also an advocate of a better Nigeria. I see a better Nigeria, not this one. I've been heralding it. If you have been following me, I've always been heralding a better Nigeria. Not this present one. This present one already is taken away. It's dead. It's dead. It's better forgotten. But there's a one to come, whose builder, maker, and founder is God. We are all living witnesses to what is happening right now in Nigeria. God is laying claim back the fallen walls of Nigeria. We're going to be looking at that. Is Nigeria really experiencing genocide? That's the topic. If you have my thumbnail, you get what I'm saying. Is Nigeria actually experiencing genocide? You are welcome for us to discuss this crucial topic. You heard it all over the place. There's a cry. Genocide is the killing of Christians. Christian genocide. The Christians are marginalized. Is Nigeria really experiencing genocide? One of the things we're going to be looking at is Nigeria still the beacon of hope. A beacon of hope. That is a beacon. It's something that has hope that you can look up to and smile and say, okay, YouTube is giving me something to look at. The bottom of what? I didn't get it well. So these are all the things we're going to be talking about. I want to carry someone along. I don't want to be the only one talking. So if you are out there, please join me in this discussion as we look at Nigeria, is Nigeria still a beacon of hope? Is Nigeria experiencing genocide? Well, so much is going on, or so much has gone on in the country. I don't know if you are joining me at this time. Please, can you like the live stream? Can you subscribe to my channel? Can you press the notification button so that each time I drop a video, you will go watch it? You are the reason for the live stream. And I'm excited to bring that to your notice. So do join me and be a part of this discussion. Is Nigeria really experiencing genocide? We want to know, we want to hear from you. People far and near. Some people are far and they know what's happening in Nigeria. You see, I'm one man that has been heralding a better Nigeria. That Nigeria cannot be swallowed up. Nigeria cannot be swallowed up. So if you look at it very well, Nigeria has been going through genocide. I think Nigeria is a place where Christians are mostly killed. The country that has the highest persecution of Christians all over the world. I'm writing a book, Nigeria, a Beacon of Hope. Through my studies, I've come to understand that Nigeria has the highest number of Christians killed all over the world. If you don't know that now, just know that Nigeria has the highest number of Christians killed all over the world. You begin to ask yourself so many questions. Why is that? Why is that? I always say it here, and I'm still saying it. Nigeria is a focal point in what God is doing in the world right now. Nigeria is a center. I was a little boy when they told us that Nigeria is a focal point of what God is doing. So you must understand that the devil always reads the mind of God. Once you know this is what God wants to do, you go ahead of God. But you know one thing, the devil cannot beat God. He always go ahead of God to arrange. Let me use the right word now. He goes ahead of God to arrange the place for God. I'm looking at it the other way around. Arranging the place, trying to cause confusion, trying to cause commotion, trying to say God will not, you can't stop God from having his way, but all he wants to do is destruction. You know, the devil is a psychophone. He's always a distractor. So he will always want to distract what God is doing. But he can't stop it. He can't stop what God is doing. So he wants to distract it. At each point in time, he wants to distract what God is doing. So he goes ahead. Actually, we know that the things of God does not come first. In this thing, in this world life, the things of God does not come first. You know, the devil goes ahead. I look at it in the positive. He goes ahead to prepare the way. Let's look at it when Jesus was coming. The devil knows the plan of God. So he set up a machinery to make sure that every child, male child, at that season must be killed. So his mindset was to eliminate the plan of God, the seed of God, that is Jesus. So, you know, he ordered that. That's through Herod right now. Herod gave a decree that every male child from that age of Jesus Christ should be eliminated. Male child. So I can imagine the number of male children that was killed at that period. You know, so that's the devil who goes ahead of God. He knows the plan of God, so he goes ahead, you know, of God each point in time. But it can't stop the move of God. So when we notice that Nigeria is the place where Christians are mostly persecuted, and Nigeria is a focal point in what God is about to do in the end time. We can see it is very glaring. It's glaring. So, you know, I can give you an experience, you know. The first genocide I experienced of Christians as a young boy was in 2001 in a place called Jos, Plateau State, where I was staying. So these are the places right now where the killings of Christians are continuous. So, but before I go there, let me just say this. You know, genocide in Nigeria has been going on since 18-something, about 260 years ago. 260 years. There's a man called, a Fulani man called Danfodio, came into the country and killed a number of Christians and occupied their lands. So when the British came as our colonial masters, never did anything to give back the land to the people. They worked with the Fulanis. So the Fulanis have been laying claim that Nigeria belongs to them. But in the recent, the Fulanis came from outside Nigeria. They came outside Nigeria. So that which Danfodio did, the people have been laying claim to it, that Nigeria belongs to them. And Danfodio is a Muslim. So, you know, they are mostly jihadists. Jihadists mean their own is to conquer and occupy. That's the mindset of the Muslims. So this is what has been going on for 260 years in Nigeria. You see the number of it, they've been laying claim. They've been laying claim. A lot has happened. A lot of things, a lot of water has flowed under the bridge in Nigeria in laying claim, you know, to this country, because that's the devil fighting to stop the move of God for 260 years. 260 years, Christians have been persecuted. So we won't just say 60 years. The Christians have been persecuted in this country. It has been going on for years. 260 years. Let me take my statistics from there if you're following me. If you're just joining me, please can I know what part of the world you are connecting from? Please can you like the live stream? Can you subscribe to my channel? Can you press the notification button so that each time I drop a video, you will go watch it. You are the reason for the live stream, and I'm excited that you are here. Please like the live stream, connect to me at this hour and at this time. I'm talking about, is Nigeria really, really experiencing genocide? Is Nigeria really, really experiencing genocide? I will tell you, yes, it has been going on for the past 260 years. 260 years, when a man called Danfodio came and conquered a part of the country and occupy. So since then, there has been that fight, you know, to conquer and divide. So Nigeria has been going through genocide for the past 260 years. But now, it is now coming to the notice of the world. Thank God for people like Donald Trump. A lot of American presidents have come and gone, and they flogged the issue, they looked down on it, but Donald Trump was sent by God. Donald Trump was sent by God to sanitize. We all know how Donald Trump got there. His first tenure was, they didn't give him breathing space to express God. He was swept away. He came back again. Twice, they almost assassinated him. So anything of God, the devil does not want it to be. But God still sustained Donald Trump. He sat there. So what I'm telling you right now is that, there is the move of God going on in Nigeria. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things are still happening in our nation called Nigeria. We've gone through so much and we're experiencing so much. It's the grace of God that has kept us. And we're still holding on. We're not giving up now. It's not time for us to actually give up. I was telling you my experience. I lived in Jos, that city, Plateau State. It's called a city of peace and tourism. But it doesn't depict it. So for years, there has been killings. There has been killings, taking the people's land, replacing the people. So it has been going for years. But it became more, these people don't give up in any of their agenda. They build upon. They build upon. So they build upon. It has been going on since that time, and each successive government that comes play their parts. They build upon the vision, So it has been a long time thing that genocide has been going on in our country. YouTube said, funny misunderstanding you have had. Funny misunderstanding. Yeah, I will tell you the misunderstanding that I've had. I moved into a new place. This place I'm staying right now is a new apartment that God gave to me. I'm moving here December. To God be the glory. And in that same compound, there was a container that was there. So I paid for the apartment without the container. I didn't know the container can be rented out. So not knowing behind me, because I entered this place through someone that knew me very well. He paid for 2 years for the place, and he only stayed for 1 year. So I should stay for the remaining 1 year. So that was how I came in. I came in by grace. So I've not met the caretaker, but the landlady stays behind the house. So when I came in, the first day I was meeting the land before I met the caretaker, they brought someone from outside to come and release the container to someone else. I would have taken it. And if they told me, I would have taken it. But I believe the caretaker was not happy because I didn't come through him. The Nigerian factor, you know what I'm saying? So the guy that took the container came with so much trouble. So much trouble I didn't expect, as if he knew me from somewhere. So you see, the enemy brings a war, fight, that you're not ready for. So I began to ask myself, God, where God was bringing me from. I fought a battle to get out of there. So you begin to ask yourself so many questions. God, I'm not going to fight battle all my life. I can't fight battle. There's a time for rest. David did not fight battle all his life. I'm not ready to fight. Although God fights my battle, I can't be praying a prayer of binding and casting all my life. I should be seeing something different, a new song. So this guy that took the container became, terrible. My first encounter with him was terrible. So I know this one is an enemy. So there's a gang up going on right now from the caretaker, the tenant in the container, and the landlady. They are not happy that I came through the person that gave me that place. But they didn't know where I'm coming from. It's the grace of God that gave me. So there have been so much contention, so much battle, but I know the battle is over. I keep telling myself there's a battle. Why can't you be fighting battle all my life? God has handled it. So I'm telling you the challenges of life. How the challenges of life can be. So Nigeria has been going through this for the past 260 years. See, the purposes of God are more lethal than than our life. God wants to do a thing, the devil will go ahead, try to, cause obstruction, but he's clearing the ground. I want to call it that, he's clearing the ground. For 260 years, there's been genocide, actually. I'll give you the story in Nigeria. We have been going through this silently. Countless lives have been lost. Countless lives are still being lost daily. So the issue of banditry, terrorists, has been a bane of our society. So it's all over the place, and it has taken a toll on our country, on our economy, on our lifestyle in Nigeria. So life is difficult. It has taken a toll on our economy. Life is not what you think it is. The economy of Nigeria has gone gaga. I'm telling you, so much has happened and so much is still happening, than meet the eye. Genocide is the in thing. It's the first time we're having a Muslim ticket. So you must know, in a country whereby Christians are the majority, they are being marginalized. For the first time, we're having a Muslim ticket. So something is happening. For the first time. So that alone tells you that there's an agenda. It is spelled out. There's nothing you can say. It is definitely spelled out that there is an agenda. So we fight that agenda with the arms of our God. And the government knew about it. And there's nothing they can do about it. They support it. They fuel it. They accommodate it. So life has become unbearable for Christians. We are suffering in this country. I'm telling you, we are suffering. We are suffering in the midst of these sufferings. I'm telling you, the plans and the purpose of God cannot be frustrated. The plans and the purpose of God, that's one thing the enemy cannot touch. You can't stop the plans and the purpose of God. The plans and purpose of God must still prevail. It's bigger than us. I'm telling you, it's bigger than us. God must have his way. So the devil has done so much damage. We know him for that. He's a master destroyer. But our life is in the hands of God. For those of us that are alive, we are happy that God is keeping us. We are living to tell the story of what has transpired and what is transpiring in our country called Nigeria. I was trying to tell you my experience when I was in Jos. I grew up in Jos, Plateau State, and Plateau State, when there were religious crises up north, Plateau State is not considered as north, it's central. Benue Plateau is central Nigeria. So I remember experience. Christian genocide. And we will always kick against it that it will never happen, because Jos was known for peace and tourism. Until 2001, I was in Jos. I was a young boy then. That was the first Christian genocide. There was so much massacre. It was bloody and it was destructive. So much happened. I experienced it live and direct for the first time. And it's not an experience to talk about. It's not a palatable experience. So since then, Jos has become a beehive of Christian genocide. We grew up in it. We grew to understand that, the Muslims are on a mission. And they always want to accomplish this mission, no matter how long it takes them. That was when we had the premonition. We had the understanding that these people are on a mission. And they will always tell you, we will accomplish our mission. Each time they keep trying. Until Buhari came and this thing became so intense. You can see that their agenda is bad. It was the time of Buhari that he brought all the Muslim brothers from neighboring African countries to come and vote. So the whole atmosphere of Nigeria was scattered. So we first time we experienced mixed multitudes, people coming from different countries, claiming to be Nigerians, coming to vote in our country. Nigeria lost its place. And that's what the result of what we are still experiencing today. That was how bandits came into our country. They negotiated with the government of that time, Buhari's government, that if we come and help you to win the election, you will settle us. So when they came, they were not adequately settled. Buhari didn't settle them. So they decided to remain. That was when these people began to grow and multiply. You have Boko Haram, you have ISIS, you have all kind of miscreants. Nigeria became something else. It became a zoo. They spoiled the country. I'm telling you. Can you like the live stream? Please, if you're just joining me, like the live stream. I'm looking for the people to come on live this moment. I want them to join me at this moment, wherever part of the world you are connecting with me from. I want you to join me, and let's take this live to another level. You are the reason for the live stream, and I'm highly excited. I've not seen anybody, commenting or liking the live stream. The reason for the live stream. You are the essence of this live stream. So if you're just joining me, please I pray for network, good network to flow. I'm trying to see the network. Please, I want to see the network. If you are still there, let me know. You are the reason for the live stream, and I'm excited to have you connect with me. I want a better flow of network, and I want the people barraging this live stream. I ask and I beg the algorithm to push my live stream. I want the people to be connected. So if you're joining me, please do stay connected. You are the reason for the live stream, and I'm excited to have you. Please stay connected. So Nigeria is still in the verge of gaining its freedom. Nigeria is the only country that we have, I must confess. We don't have any other. And we can never have any other. So whatever has happened to this country, we will stay together and salvage it. I tell people that it's not easy. A number of souls has left this country because of what has transpired, or what is transpiring right now. So I'm talking to you right now. A lot of Christians have died through genocide, burning of churches, burning them alive, looting their properties, invading their villages, laying possession of it. That's what Islam does. They dispossess you and possess your land. That's what the religion is known for. So we've been going through this for ages, I must confess, for ages. For ages. And we've been crying. Like the Israelites in Egypt. They were in Egypt for 430 years, and they've been crying. You see, the one is 260 years. This genocide has started since 260 years. 260 years. In Egypt was 430 years. God now said, their cry has come to me. He sent Moses to go and deliver his people. So Nigerian people are God's people. We are the people that God is going to use to reach the uttermost part of it. We are the ones carrying the gospel to the end of the earth. Nigerians are. We are very special, I'm telling you. We are a beacon of light, we are a beacon of hope. That the whole world will look at us. It came to a certain time that Nigeria is backward, the most poorest nation on earth. The number of stunted children in this country is alarming. Nigeria is rated, one of the poorest nations on the surface of the earth. Why in human and natural resources we are blessed. So you see, these are all works of the enemy, the works of the devil. It makes you look as if there's nothing good coming out of you. Is your life like that? The devil will give you reason not to see anything in your life. He's trying to destroy you. But I want to encourage you, please hold on. God said, I will not give up on you. You don't give up on me. No matter what the situation, God will perfect his counsel concerning your life and concerning the country, Nigeria. If Nigeria will have collapsed many years ago, a lot of things have gone through this nation. A lot of things. But it's just the hand of God that was holding the country. I remember very well the last outrage that was supposed to happen when Jonathan was forcefully removed from office. It had been a great genocide. I mean, a great battle to remove Jonathan, because he was just forcefully removed. So, but Jonathan understood what is going on and has sworn that the blood of Nigerians is not what he's staying in office. That's a man that respects peace, so he stepped down. That was how the Buhari government came. So since then, Nigeria has not known peace. We're moving from one level of pain to the other. That's why we've been moving in Nigeria. A lot of turbulence have been happening. A lot of killings. A lot of people have died. So we that are alive are the ones telling the stories. So I'm here, I'm telling you particularly what's happening in my country. When I hear it, I hear it deep. That there's genocide in my country. And we thank God for the coming of Donald Trump. You see, at the appointed time, God will send a Messiah, like Moses was sent. So the coming of Donald Trump was a Messiah sent. To arrest the genocide that is going on in Nigeria. I've been telling people, Nigeria will not be taken. Nigeria is a focal point. So God has to step in. If God allowed them to take Turkey, Turkey was not a focal point. Nigeria is. So we are not taken because God still have hope to do great and mighty things with us. Well, since I don't have a lot of viewership, I will call up this live for now, for you to join me. I'm not getting good support or reviews. So I'd like to see you at the other side. Please join me. Thank you for coming in at this hour.